Darkness Dragon 6. This is our last element that we're going to talk about. This is exciting stuff. Where do they live? Just like the opposite coin of the light dragons, darkness dragons are drawn to the dark. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean always like really low frequency areas. Of course it can. They are like protectors in a sense. They're protectors of, say, for example, I'm just thinking of like homeless people on the streets, drug addicts, stuff like that, that just have a lot of dense energy clinging to them. They kind of like watch over and protect them from the shadows, and they're drawn to that energy. But also, like, if you are like a light worker and stuff, they can be drawn to you too if you're doing a lot of shadow work, because like I said, when you raise your frequency, you're going more into the light, all the darkness comes up to be purged, and that's where the darkness dragons come in. They will help you to transmute that. They love them some darkness, right? So places, you know, like I'm just thinking like Norway comes to mind, like places that have like darkness for like half the year, like pure darkness and stuff. Oh, they would eat that shit up. Colder places that tend to be dark like longer and stuff like that. Any sort of journeying, like shamanic work, shamanic journeying, like I'm just getting senses of like Brazil, people doing ayahuasca ceremonies and stuff, like they love that. They'll eat that shit up. They feed off of that energy. They love people, you know, going into the deep recesses of their subconscious mind and engaging in that plant medicine. Of course, the darkness dragons are black, right? Mostly. Again, not always, but more often than not, they're black. And black is the complete absence of color. It can also just be like darker tones of other colors. And I find really like intuitive kind of colors like purple, like deep purple, like indigo kind of colors, blue, are also colors that can come up for a darkness dragon. So what can a darkness dragon help you with? First and foremost, as mentioned, shadow work, our favorite, right? Like if you're in my collective, I'm sure you're well acquainted with shadow work, and the darkness dragons, there's no better thing to call them in for. They will call you out on your bullshit. They'll help you to face your shadow self, and they'll keep you protected as you do so, as you learn to integrate these, to face your fears, to face parts of yourself that you'd rather not look at. They'll keep you safe and facilitate, you know, a nice, clean transition, as clean as possible when you're doing shadow work, am I right? Integration of dualistic frequencies, because, you know, there is a lot of this spiritual bypassing bullshit of where we're just like, yeah, light and love, and you forget, like, we live in a duality reality right now. That is part of our 3D reality, is you need both sides of the coin. You need contrast. And so it's good to acknowledge and call in the darkness dragons to help you integrate the things that maybe you're told it's not okay to integrate, or things that you feel uncomfortable integrating. You don't necessarily want to. They can help you integrate. They can help you find the balance between that contrast. As mentioned too, shamanic journeying. They love them some shamanic journeying. If you're going to do any sort of shamanic journeying, again, I think like ayahuasca, ceremonial cacao kind of stuff, call in some darkness dragons. They will be your guide throughout that journey. So they're going to help you if you experience a lot of tower moments. They are going to help you tap into frequencies of complete and utter non-attachment. Again, just like the light dragons, two sides of the same coins. But it's got a brutaler sense in this case, where it's like tower moments, right? You just have the rug ripped out from under you over and over again. When it's like shocking and you're just like, this is terrible, they will help you to not attach. They will help you to face it, to accept it. And they'll also help you to just cut out, you know, toxic people that are no longer serving you on your path, and you're no longer serving them. They're going to help you just cut that energetic tie. They're also good for meditation, for just quieting the mind. They're great meditation partners if you really struggle with like ADHD, for example, and stuff like that. You can't really quiet your mind. They will help you in doing that. They will help you find, again, balance, quiet, peace. That which is forgotten, past lives, inner child work, stuff that exists within you. Again, it's more a sense of shadow work. It's stuff that exists within you, within your energetic field, but you have since forgotten. It's now in the dark, right? They will help bring that to the surface and help heal that, you know, protect, integration. Are you seeing the theme here? And again, two sides of the same coin. So just like the light dragons, they can help you attain spiritual enlightenment, and they can also help you access the Akashic records. So again, there's just this through line rehash, because light dragons and darkness dragons, generally when I encounter them, they are always like, they're pairs. You got to have one to have the other, right? So I'd encourage working with the darkness dragons in pairs. And this is Soren, and he is very special to me. He's actually one of the first dragons I started working with, and I have written a story from his perspective and stuff, so I do feel the closest to him out of these 6 dragons. He's our darkness dragon, and he will call you out, but unlike Cher, who is like more strict about it, like he's gonna do so in a kind of roundabout way. He's got like wise guru sort of vibes to him. I hope you enjoy him as much as I do, and I hope you enjoy all of my lovely dragon friends. I'm just like so excited and also nervous, as if I'm sending my babies out into the world, like sending my babies off to school for the first time. I hope they play nice with the other kids. So I would love to hear about your experiences with these dragons that I work with. For those of you in the course, I'm going to attach a PDF with their pictures and a little more about them. That should make it easier to invoke and work with them as you move throughout this process and continue on your draconic path. So this is actually lesson 4, 1.4, unit 1.4 of my How to Train Your Dragon Guide, the eCourse, for those of you who didn't know. So if you're interested in this topic, you're interested in learning more about the dragons I talked about today and stuff, I'd highly encourage you to check out the course in the link below. And if you're resonating with this concept and you like this stuff, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I post new content. And let me know, so what do you suspect, which element do you suspect your dragon guide has, your main dragon guide? Likely it is going to be one of those 6, not always, but likely. And if you like the sketches and you would like a sketch of your personal dragon guide, I can of course assist you with doing that as well. Just check out my Meet Your Dragon Guide services, also in the link below. I'm also curious, since I'm sending my babies out into the world, which one of the 6 dragons are you most resonating with? Which one do you feel the most called to work with first? Again, I recommend working with all 6. That's why they've all volunteered, to give you that sort of balance, to help you experiment with the different elemental energies. But yeah, who are you feeling called to work with first and foremost? Until next time, friends, stay powerful.